Good morning and welcome to AGORACOM Small Cap Stock News. It's Monday, February the 24th, 2014. I'm Alan Barry Labucan. I'm the Chief Market Commentator for AGORACOM, and I'm your host for this show. Every morning I go through a bunch of press releases. I find the best ones that stand out to me, and I give you some insights into what it was about their news that stood out, and also insight into what's going on with their stock charts. We try to keep the show to about a 10-minute time frame. On today's show, I have 6 companies to talk about, so I'm going to get right to it. Our first company is Ecuador Gold. Ecuador Gold and Copper released assay results from their flagship Santa Barbara gold porphyry deposit, which is in the Copper Belt, Zamora Gold and Copper Belt of southeast Ecuador. In their drilling, they hit 678 meters of 0.67% or 67 grams per ton of gold and 0.12% copper. Included in that was 136 meters of 1.08 grams per ton gold and 0.17% copper, and you look at the equivalent gold equivalent numbers, and they're at, for the 677 meter intersection, 0.83 grams per ton gold. For that subinterval of 136 meters, they had 1.32 grams per ton gold, and for 84 meters in there, they had 1.5 grams per ton gold. So some interesting numbers there, definitely with that company. Just looking at their stock chart, and they're trading at 8 cents today on 372,000 shares traded. Last at, as I said, 8 cents. Just looking at the stock chart, and it bottomed back in June, performed much better until around December. Since then, been under pressure, going sideways. This one looks like it could be rolling over a bit. Have to do some more homework on that. Ecuador is usually not a place that I follow a lot of companies, but when you have those really super thick intersections, definitely catches my interest. And EGX is their stock symbol. They trade on the Venture Exchange. Next up is Gold Reach Resources. Gold Reach Resources provided a summary of their results from the 2013 UTSA project, and they increased their measured and indicated copper equivalent to 1.25 billion pounds of copper equivalent. So that's becoming a very large resource. There's actually 3 deposits on that project. Very interesting number. They work aggressively on this project every year. I think they've got another season of very aggressive drilling planned for this year. The stock is down 9 cents today, surprisingly, on 8,200 shares traded. Just looking at the stock chart right now, and it's not a big trader. Needs some help on the audience building. I've said this before with this company, but they definitely have a good project. So, you know, that's the biggest part of the battle, and I'm certain that they'll do something about that audience building, and as they do, I think they'll get a lot more attention. GRV is their stock symbol. They trade on the Venture Exchange. Next up is Eldorado Gold. Eldorado partnered up with CDH Investments in their Eastern Dragon project. CDH Investments is a leading Chinese private equity firm, and they're interest in Eldorado project, which is in I'm not even try to say the province in China. The cash consideration is $40 million US. Just looking at the stock chart, our stock, it's down 18 cents today to $7.78 on 3.25 million shares traded hands. Pulling up their stock chart, been performing a lot better since the December lows. Was down under around $5.80 in the lows of December, which is also a yearly low. Since then, they've been performing much better. Higher highs, higher lows, good breakout above the 20, 50, and 100-day moving averages, very solid volume. This is a bullish trend that I think could continue for Eldorado Gold. Eldorado Gold is definitely a company I could see myself talking about on the end of the week show with George and I, where I pick the best of the daily shows, news from Monday through Thursday. Then we talk about it on Friday, and I could see myself talking about Eldorado on that show. ELD is their stock symbol. They trade on Toronto. Next up is Endeavour Silver. Endeavour Silver Corp updated their reserve and resource estimates. That's for their 3 producing gold mines in Mexico: Tsx-v mine in Durango State, Bolañitos and El Cubo mines in Guanajuato State, as well as their exploration project San Sebastian in Jalisco State. And this is up to December 31, 2013. They give you a good rundown on where they're going with their proven and probable, measured and indicated. You can find that detailed press release on the company's website. Looking at the stock, and it's up 3 cents today to $6.46 on 427,000 shares traded. Pulling up their stock chart, and this one's been on just a spectacular move since the lows back in December. Was trading at around $3.38 and has moved well over $6 now. Just a spectacular trend. Having said all that, I would look at taking some profits on this company if you were in there at those low prices of around $3. I'm not saying that you need to panic sell or anything like that, but after a spectacular move like that, you have to expect some consolidation in the stock price. Nonetheless, EDR is their stock symbol. They trade on the Toronto Exchange. Next up is Alacer Gold. Alacer Gold has a project in Turkey. They just released assay results that included their best result was 26.5 meters of 7.9 grams per ton gold. That's a very, very exciting drill hole intersection, and it wasn't an isolated drill hole either. They have some others in here with some very good drill hole intersections as well. You can find that in the company's press release on their website. Just looking at the stock, and it's flat for the day, $3.01 on 541,000 shares traded. Just grabbing the stock chart, and the stock has been performing better since the lows back in December. Had a nice couple of rallies and a pullback, but the pullbacks are on rising bottoms, higher lows, and each time it's had a rally since December, it's rallied higher than the previous rally. So if this one comes off and tests that 285, 280 range, I could get bullish on this one in a very short period of time. Just looking at their stock symbol is ASR. They trade on Toronto. And the final company today is Augusta Resource Corp. Augusta Resource Corp has unanimously recommended shareholders reject Hudbay's unsolicited offer. Directors, officers, and shareholders holding over 33% of Augusta's common shares on a fully diluted basis have advised Augusta that they will not tender to Hudbay's unsolicited offer. So they've got a big group of shareholders, and the board of directors are not are looking at this as a hostile takeover offer by Hudbay. The stock is up 2 cents on this news to $3.60 on 137,000 shares traded. You know, with the stock chart, it's always hard to get a read on these things because they are part of a takeover now, and they have moved quite spectacularly from the November lows. But again, you know, the trend is hard to call when they're part of a takeover battle, and I can't give you a call on that. AZC is their stock symbol, and they trade on Toronto. So that's all the news for today. As always, before making any investment decisions, it's important for you to do your homework and speak with your financial advisors. Join us Monday through Thursday for the daily news show that I talk about news that stands out to me. And then on the end of the week show, sometimes depending on George Cholis and I's and my schedule, we try to do it Friday. Sometimes we do it Saturday, and that's our best of the best and weekly news show where I make a bunch of picks and try to find you some really good ones in there that have good news and good stock charts that look to get bullish. On that note, you have a great day, and we'll see you soon.